That is a Big Mac. That is a Big Mac. Hi everyone, welcome to Backyard Chef. I'm Rick. Today we're in search of burger perfection. We're going to make some burgers, bog standard burgers, but we're going to sous vide them. So we will have the perfect cooked burger before we either pan fry or grill. And today it's probably going to be pan fry. It's throwing it down outside, it's raining. And we have some burger buns, so we need to actually shape them to the size of these. Okay, so we've got about 1 kilo of meat here. And what we're going to do, divide it by 6. So we're going to about 160 grams each. Which is a ball about that big. So just put that on there. We need to squash those down to about that size. So we're going to make a patty, but what we're not going to do, we're not going to squash it too firm. So they're all about 166, 167, whatever, about that size, so they're going to fit those buns. Now we're going on there with some salt. Don't worry about seasoning, you get the salt on. And we're going on with some pepper. So all we got to do now is season the other side. Oh, look at those. Again, a decent amount of salt. This is the only time we can actually season these. And some pepper. So there we are, there's our burgers seasoned, ready for our bags. Now I'm using Ziploc bags. I'm going to put 2 burgers per bag and shove them in the sous vide. So 2 burgers per bag. And then what we need to do, we need to take out as much air as possible. Now it's not crucial, you know, but try and squeeze out as much air as possible. Now if you had a vacuum sealer, not a problem. I don't have a vacuum sealer here, so all we're going to do is squeeze up the air and leave an opening there. And when we put it in the water bath, the air will displace out and then we'll close it over. Okay, that's our burgers. All we need to do now is get them in the water bath. Now I'm cooking today at 57 degrees. I want them all medium. Now you could go a bit less if you want, that's up to you. If you wanted it medium rare, but I want these medium today because it's chucking it down outside. They're going to have to be pan-seared in here. That's my choice. You cook it whichever way you want. So let's get these in this water bath. Oh, drop them in there. Okay, so that's all our burgers in there. Sealed up. They're starting to cook. We just need to set the sous vide 57, 2 hours. Okay, 2 hours and 20 minutes, it's cooked. What we're going to do now, we're going to take that out of there and we're going to put it in ice water to stop it from cooking and cool it down to a decent temperature. Now it's been cooked at 57 degrees, that's 134 F. So these burgers are actually cooked all the way through to medium. They're pasteurized, they're still in a pasteurized environment in that bag. As long as we don't break that seal, they're okay. So we can cool them down, we can reheat them, they're perfect. So let's get them out of there and put them in an ice bath. Ooh, look at those. Perfectly cooked burgers. Right, in that ice bath. Let's get them cooled off quick as possible. So we got the perfect cooked burger in there, ready to reheat anytime, so we can make the Big Mac. Okay, we got the burgers sous vide. Now we're gonna make a Mackie D Big Mac. You know, here's a Big Mac. It's a marketing miracle, to be quite fair. You know, it's everywhere, everybody likes it, you know, but the Mackie D is only a thin patty. With our sous vide burgers that we've made, we can make that Mackie D look like a royal Mackie D. Now, there's loads of recipes for sauces and everything else, and I'm not really sure what exactly the sauce is, but this sauce tastes very similar. So I'm going to show you how to make the sauce. One thing we are certain, that the Mackie D has, and as you can see, these burger buns are virtually the same. Okay, now what I've done, I've actually cut off the bottom of a bottom one to make the 3 tiers the same as the Mackie D. Okay, so we got a bundle of mayo in there, and every recipe that I can find actually says chuck in some sweet pickles. So let's get those sweet pickles in. In fact, we'll put all those sweet pickles in there. So we'll put a bit of yellow mustard in there. Now, all the recipes I've found do not include ketchup, but you know, this is Americanized. Yellow mustard, ketchup, pickles, all go together. So I'm going in there with a splurge of ketchup. It's saying a little bit of paprika, a little bit of garlic powder, a little bit of onion powder. We want a little bit of sugar in there to counteract all that sourness that we've put in. Okay, all we need to do is give it a mix up. Now, I've actually cut these pickles a little bit too big, but don't worry about that. You get the idea. Well, it's a good sauce, and it is really a nice burger sauce. I'm not sure it's exactly a McDonald's copy, but it'll do. It's fantastic. Now, every recipe you can find says add vinegar. Well, I'm adding a little bit of apple cider vinegar. Slightly mellow in flavour than normal vinegar. So let's give that a mix in. It's pretty damn good, actually. That is really a fairly decent copy of the McDonald's sauce. It might not be exact, so don't hold me to it, but I tell you, that is really, really tasty. Right, all we need to do now is we need to put that to one side for about half an hour. Half an hour, all those flavours meld in there, and it'll be a different sauce. There's one thing with this Mackie D. As you can see, the construction of the Mackie D, bit of sauce, bit of onion, bit of lettuce, bit of cheese on top, burger, middle section, sauce, onion, lettuce, pickle, top section, burger, and the top. There's one thing that we can all agree on, that they've lightly toasted the burger, because if you stand in McDonald's, you'll watch them lightly toast it. So I'm just going to lightly toast this in the toaster, and then we'll crack on. So what I have done, I've actually used my dehydrator, and I've dehydrated some onions, because Mackie's put on some onions, but the onions are not fresh onions. So I've dehydrated these, but I've kept a little bit of the softness in there. Okay, we want a flame on. Get a flame on in there. Now, we do not want this too high. We're going to take our sous vide burgers. We're going to put them straight in that pan. No oil, no nothing. So all we're going to do is give that a little bit of a toasting through on there. We want to get a little bit of colour on there, a little bit of flavour, and then we're going to make up our burger. So let's get that turned over. Oh, we're getting a bit of colour on there, look. That is our burger cooked. Flame off. Put to one side, we'll make up the burger. Okay, there's our Mackie D there, look. So let's turn it over, and what we want a little bit of sauce on that bottom. Now Mackie D's just squirt on with a gun. A little bit of sauce on the middle. Some dehydrated onion. I probably got a little bit more onion on there than they do on a Mackie D, but there you go. We are making our own. Bit of lettuce. Get the lettuce on there. Get the lettuce on there. Oh, come on. Bit of cheese on there. I'm going to use 2 bits of cheese actually, because mine looks a bit thinner than McDonald's. Burger. On there with some pickle. I'm going to put 3 on actually, because we can get it on there. On with the burger. Oh, on with the top. And that is a Big Mac made. Oh, come on. Big Mac or Big Mac? That is a Big Mac. That is a Big Mac. Comparison. Let's just cut through this Big Mac. Big Mac or Big Mac? Made at home, Sous Vide, absolutely perfectly cooked burger. Fantastic for a Big Mac at home. Look at that. That is quality. That is a Big Mac. Oh, what do they taste like? Usual Big Mac. Oh man, there is absolutely no comparison whatsoever. Not just because it's a thicker burger, you know. The taste is far superior. The Sous Vide burger and then dry fried in the pan to give it that lovely smoky crust has made a massive difference to that. That is delicious. And obviously the burger is perfectly cooked. Now if you like what we're doing, don't forget to smash that like and subscribe. Share with your friends, all that kind of stuff. Catch you in the next video. That is quality. That is a Big Mac.